It's 2026, the clocks have rolled forward to another year yet again, and springtime is here, and you're kind of white knuckling your old air conditioner thinking, oh my gosh, is it gonna survive another summer? Should I replace my AC system, or should I replace the full HVAC system, including the furnace? We're gonna answer that today. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty, the pricing, and why you should or shouldn't make that decision for your home, guys. Let's get into it. All right, so spring is here. AC season is upon us, maintenance season is here, and our techs are running around like crazy people. And if you're an allergy sufferer, you feel it in full force. You're getting punched in the face left, right, and center with pollen. And so what we need to make sure of is that your home is prepared for the summertime, because as pollen dies down, as our beautiful spring weather in Oklahoma comes into summer heat, what does that look like? What do we need to prepare for when it comes to replacing your home's most expensive appliance, your AC system? And here's the reality of it, guys. It varies a lot. One, it depends on how big of a space are we trying to air condition. Two, what kind of upgrades do we want to make? Are we fighting, ductwork issues? Do we need to replace a line set? Is there pump ups? Is there all sorts of these other code updates that need to be made? Or three, is it just the straight AC? Are we just replacing the condenser and coil? And we're gonna start there. We're gonna start with condenser and coil, because that right there is the AC system. So if we're replacing an AC system alone, we're not gonna touch the furnace or air handler if you're total electric. If we're just replacing the condenser and the coil, the cost to replace is gonna fall somewhere between $7,000 and $9,000. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road for us as your home comfort team, your Sherpa through the home comfort guide quest. When it comes to replacing your home's most expensive appliance, the reality is we would actually recommend, if the furnace or the air handler is the same age as the condenser, we would say, hey, let's go ahead, pump the brakes just a little bit and replace the furnace at that same time. And I know what you're thinking. You're gonna be like, Tucker, this is the gotcha moment. You're gonna tell me that I need to spend more money just because you wanna do it. And sure, obviously, we want a bigger ticket average just like anybody does. But ultimately, if the furnace is the same age as the condenser and the same age as the coil, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna replace the condenser, we're gonna replace the coil, and then guess what? Next winter, whenever it comes time to turn on your furnace, because that furnace is also old enough to vote, which means it's probably time to replace it, it's gonna fail. And when it fails, you're gonna be mad at me. You're gonna be mad at Yarbrough. You're gonna be mad at the company you chose who didn't tell you, hey, listen, the furnace might fail because it's the same age. And these things have a pretty similar lifespan across all unitary pieces. So whenever we look at replacing it, what does that do? You're gonna be like, well, if two components of it cost $7,000 to $9,000, well, oh gosh, three components is gonna cost $16,000. I'll calm you down a little bit. Because it takes the same amount of manpower to take a coil out of the closet or take a coil off of a unit, it takes the same amount of manpower as it does to remove the furnace. Because to change out a coil, we also have to change out, or really not change out, but pull the furnace in order to change out the coil. So we're doing the same amount of labor. So really what that means is we're able to save on labor by just replacing the furnace and coil in tandem, or the air handler and coil in tandem, rather than essentially having to do the work twice. Whenever we replace just an AC and coil, we're having to pull the furnace anyway. So we're having to spend the labor anyway. So that means that to replace your entire HVAC system, getting a brand new furnace, brand new warranties, brand new heat exchanger, brand new coil, brand new condenser, any new code updates that you might need, all comes out to the whopping average cost between $10,500 and $12,500 for your home. So we could replace just the AC and coil, and that is your AC system, and that is a doable thing. That's gonna cost somewhere between $7,000 and $9,000. Or we could look at replacing the entire system, get you all updated warranties for $10,000 to $12,500. So that's really where the rubber meets the road for us, and why in 2026, I think it's probably the best decision for your home to go ahead, if you're on the fence, if you think you need a new system, to go ahead and replace the full system and not just the AC portion, because we can get updated warranties on all pieces of equipment. That way we're not starting at zero on two of them and have an expired warranty on the other, and then whenever we have something fail inside the furnace and it's not on warranty, we don't have to have a conversation of, hey, this isn't covered because X, Y, and Z. It saves you money, it saves us heartache, and ultimately we want to help make you, hold on there, I'm gonna get there. We want to make sure that you make the best decision for your home. So if you say, Tucker, we're gonna just replace the AC system, outstanding. Our team would love to do that. But we are gonna offer and say, we could replace this whole system for just a couple grand more. And ultimately, I think that's the better choice for you in 2026, given all the efficiency upgrades, all the refrigerant changes, all the mandates that the Department of Energy are pushing down on us. Given all of those external factors, I think it's really important for homeowners to be informed as to what it costs to replace their AC system and their full system. And guys, if you're curious what it costs to get that done at your house, your specific home, your place of residence, You can either click the link down in the description or scan the QR code right here. It takes about 45 seconds, just a little bit of information from you, and you can see a price in little to no time flat. So I hope you have some clear direction as to whether you should replace your AC system or go ahead and pull the trigger and replace your full HVAC system entirely. I think we tilted our hand as to which direction we're leaning, but as always, guys, we will do as little or as much in your home as you desire. If you are in the OKC metro area and you're looking for a quality team, 5-star HVAC and plumbing services, we would love to be your team. And if you're not, drop it down in the comments and maybe we know a company in your area that could help out. Guys, as always, do something nice for somebody. You never know, it might change their life. Eyes up, feet moving. Here we go.
Yarbrough